Alright, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the effects on the Rane TTM57SL mixer. This mixer comes with a variety of effects. To use the effects you must go into Group 6 on the hardware panel. So press Group and then the B6 button and you will be in the effects section. Now over here on the right we have two effect slots that you can choose two effects at one time. And to choose an effect, click this little drop down arrow and this will bring up the list of the available effects. And if you have your firmware updated on your mixer and you're using the 1.8 version or above, you should see these effects. We have echo, hold echo, high pass echo, high pass hold echo. Then we have three filter effects. We have a low pass filter, a band pass filter, a high pass filter is what we're going to look at today. And we also have modulation effects such as phaser and flanger, or flanger if you prefer. And we also have a desecrator, which is a bit crush effect. So as I said, we're going to be taking a look at the high pass filter today, so make sure you check that off. So what is a high pass filter? Well, it helps if you read the manual and take a look at some of the graphs, so let's do that right now. I recommend you also read the manual also. Okay, so this is the manual, the 57 manual. So this is the high pass filter effect right here on the right. So we have a little graph right here. The x-axis would represent the frequency of the sound spectrum and the y-axis would be the volume or intensity. So this is a filter. What a filter does is basically cuts off sounds below a specified cutoff value. Now there are two parameters on the 57 to adjust. We have the frequency that you adjust if you press the P1 knob, and then you can adjust the frequency of the sweep of the filter, and then we have resonance down here at the bottom that you can adjust from none to 3. So a little word of caution about resonance and what it is. Resonance is basically it boosts the signal around the cutoff value. The resonance is this blue line right here. So if you had full resonance, that would be this blue line. No resonance would be the green line down here. So you have to be very careful with the resonance, especially around the lower frequency, low end of the spectrum. So basically the bass frequencies. Now if you're not careful and you have the resonance cranked up really high and you do a filter, you could possibly blow your speakers. So be very careful with the resonance. So let's take a look now at the high pass filter effect. Now there's two different types of filter effects that you can use. You can do a manual filter sweep or you can do a beat sync filter sweep. If we're going to do a manual one, we're going to take a look at that first. So if you want to do a manual filter sweep, similar to the filters on the Allen and Heath Zone series mixer and also the Pioneer DJM800 has a manual filter sweep also. So we're going to do a manual one first. So the first thing you want to do is press the P2 knob so you're on frequency. You want to turn that counterclockwise or to the left, and you want to have just this little line sliver right here. So basically this represents the cutoff value right here. So then what you're going to want to do is when you engage the effect, you're going to use your P1 knob to scroll left and right to cut off the sounds of the sound spectrum. So basically your music playing. So I'm going to play a song and then we're going to demonstrate a manual filter sweep. So let's start a song right now. I already have one looped ready to play. So I'm going to turn it up now. Alright, I'll turn it down just 1 second. Alright, so to engage the effect, obviously you got to hit the B6 button while you're in group 6, and that'll turn the effect on. And also don't forget to select program 1 since I'm on the left deck. So we're going to hit program 1 first to specify we want to affect the left deck, and then the B6 button, excuse me, turns the effect on. So on, off, on. So we have the effect on right now. I'm going to turn up the music and we're going to do a manual filter sweep. As I said, you're going to use your P1 knob and you're going to move it clockwise to go up the frequency spectrum and down it. Clockwise and counterclockwise. I'm going to turn the music up now. So as you can hear, it makes a nice little swooshing sound. And you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. So Basically, if you're all the way up here at 16.1 kilohertz, uh, basically it's cutting off all frequencies below that value. So as you can hear, I don't even know if you can hear it, but right now it's just playing a very tiny hiss of the highs. And if you sweep it back down, you should start hearing more of the frequency spectrum coming back in. Alright, so that is a manual filter sweep. Now let's take a look at some of the beat synced filter sweeps.